Did you know there are 3 methods that can keep snails, ants, and all kinds of insects away from your plants and fruit trees in less than 12 hours? In just a few seconds, I'll explain how to do it. The first method is whitewashing the trunk, which creates an extremely effective barrier to stop ants, climbing insects, and other pests like snails from crawling up the tree. When the insect tries to climb up and encounters this barrier, it realizes it can't go any further and ends up turning back the way it came. To make this whitewash, the first thing we'll need is agricultural lime. In this case, we're going to use a heaping tablespoon, although this will always depend on the thickness of the trunk. For example, if the tree is bigger, we'll need a larger amount. If it's smaller, we'll need less. The first thing we're going to do is put the lime in a container. Once we have it, we add a little water and mix it little by little until we get the right texture. It should end up like a thick paint with a creamy texture. It's important to get this texture right for the barrier works properly. Once the mixture is ready, we go to the tree we want to protect. Before applying it, we check the trunk. If there are shoots, leaves, or small branches, we remove them. We leave only the trunk clean. Once it's ready, we start applying the mixture around the trunk like this, from the base upward, making sure to cover the entire surface well. It's important to cover the whole trunk thoroughly without leaving any gaps, because any uncovered area can serve as an entry point for insects. Also, make sure there are no stakes, ropes, branches, or weeds touching the trunk above the whitewashed area, because any point of contact can act as a bridge for insects to bypass the barrier. If the tree is bigger, we simply use more of the mixture and cover the entire area we want to protect. Some people apply it all the way up to the canopy or just below it. This will depend on the type of tree, but the more protected the trunk is, the better. If necessary, we give it a second coat and make sure to cover the entire surface thoroughly. When the mixture dries, it forms a protective layer on the trunk that makes it harder for insects to get through. It also helps protect against fungi and prevents cracks from forming in the bark, especially during hot weather. And as for maintaining this method, it's very simple. Over time, or after it rains, the layer may start to lose its effectiveness. In that case, we simply reapply the mixture and restore the protection. In fact, we're so sure you're gonna like it that we put it to the test. And if you want to see what happens when a snail tries to cross this barrier, stick around, because on the next method, I'm gonna show you the results, and let me tell you, it's worth seeing. The second method is one of the most recommended by everyone who watches our videos. It's a very simple barrier, but extremely effective at keeping crawling insects from reaching the trunk. For this method, we're going to use double-sided tape that's about an inch wide. There are many sizes available and even lots of colors. In this case, no, we didn't make it complicated and just used one of this size, which is perfect for what we need, especially for bigger pests like snails, since being an inch wide doesn't give them enough room to cross it. Plus, it's one of the most affordable and effective methods you can use. And it works both on small trees and on much thicker trunks or already established trees. To apply it, the first thing we're gonna do is go to the fruit tree we want to protect and carefully check the area where we're going to place the tape. It's important that the area is clean, free of dust, bumps, and any irregularities that could prevent the tape from sticking properly. Once the area is ready, take the tape and, using scissors, cut the amount you need, just enough to completely wrap around the trunk, forming a full ring with the double-sided tape. It's important that there are no gaps. If necessary, let the tape overlap a little, because in this case, it's better to have extra than to fall short. We can't afford to leave any open channels, because if we leave a gap, some pests could get through there. Once it's in place and firmly attached, now it's time to remove the protective plastic. This plastic protects the tape's adhesive so it doesn't lose its effectiveness before you use it. So carefully peel it off little by little, making sure not to pull the tape away from the trunk. It's important to do this properly because if we move or lift the tape, it can lose its stickiness and won't be as effective. Once the plastic is completely removed, the entire adhesive surface is exposed, and now the trap is fully active and ready to work. From this point on, any insect or pest that tries to climb up the trunk will get stuck on the adhesive surface and won't be able to go any further. Maintaining this method is very simple. Over time, dust, moisture, or rain can cause the tape to lose its effectiveness. When this happens, we simply remove the tape and put on a new one. Some people put a new layer on top of the old one, but the important thing is to make sure the surface remains sticky. And to test how effective it is, we put it to the test using one of the most common pests in any garden, the snail. As you can see, when it tries to cross the barrier, it can't move forward normally. It doesn't go up or down. In other words, it can't get past it in any way. And believe me, it tried. It spent 15 minutes there trying to see if it could go up or down somehow, and in the end, it just stopped completely. This clearly shows that this method, together with the lining we saw earlier, makes a very effective combination to protect our fruit trees. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, I'd really appreciate it if you gave us a like and subscribe down below. And now, let's move on to the third method. This is a very classic method, well known and also very easy to use. And we're gonna do it with things we already have at home. It's designed to create a barrier directly on the ground around the plant or fruit tree. The third method is one of the most recommended by people who have been working in the field for years. It's a very well-known method, very easy to use, and it still works today. In this case, what we're gonna do is create a barrier directly on the ground using something you definitely have at home, talcum powder. It's very easy to apply. If the tree is planted in the ground, what we do is create a ring around the trunk, and if it's in a pot, we make the ring on the outside as close to the pot as possible, forming a complete circle around it. We apply it directly onto the soil, forming a continuous line, a complete ring around the tree or the pot. It's important not to leave any gaps, because any uncovered space can serve as an entry point for pests. The key to this method is that it creates an uncomfortable barrier for movement, and many pests, especially crawling ones, avoid crossing it. This way, we make it much harder for pests to reach the trunk and reduce the risk of them climbing up the plant. And here, it's important to clarify something. If you're worried that this might affect the soil or the plant, you can rest easy. Talc doesn't alter or change the soil's nutrients, the pH, or affect the growth of the fruit tree. It only acts as a physical barrier. Now, this method does have a small drawback. When it rains or there's humidity, the talc loses its effectiveness because it dissolves or gets compacted, but that's all there is to it. As soon as we see that it's lost its effect, we just reapply it, and the barrier's active again. It's a very quick, very affordable method that, combined with the previous ones, creates a really complete protection for our fruit trees. Now you have all three methods, three simple, affordable, and effective ways to protect your plants and fruit trees. If you try any of them or already knew about them, I'd love for you to let me know in the comments, because your experience could help others decide to give it a try. And I'd also like to know where you're watching from, so this video can reach more people and help those who have pest problems with their plants or fruit trees. So don't forget to leave a like, share it with someone who loves plants as much as you do, and I'll see you in the next one.